Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 110. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page to join me on camera, shoot the breeze, say hello. And if you share this out, that would be super awesome. I would really appreciate it because then more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. Hey, William Andrews is here saying, hi, Patricia. Hey, William. Happy to see you. He's saying, good morning from NCCU in Durham, North Carolina. All right, William. Okay. North Carolina Central University, our local HBCU. And I love when you say this. It's a beautiful day in the Bull City, and it is indeed. All right. So let me put on my specs and move my keyboard. So, with today being Saturday, of course, that means I will only be reading from the Let's Go calendar of events page. So, you go to durhamskywriter.com and then click on Let's Go. And I invite you to check out the rest. When you have a minute, just curl up, in front of the fireplace or whatever. And check out the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's go to the Let's Go page and scroll down to the 10th. Excuse me. Okay, let's see what is happening. There we are, January 10th. So let's see. The Durham Farmers Market continues. Their winter hours are 9 until noon, so they'll continue through noon. And then the South Durham Farmers Market, same deal. Their hours are also 9 until noon. So both of them have these great deals where if you're using SNAP, EBT, you live on a DHA, Durham Housing Authority property, or you're using WIC, then you can get these deals where whatever you spend, you can double your money. So don't buy anything until you stop off at the manager's table first. And that goes for both the Durham Farmers Market, which is downtown at, let me give you the exact address, 501 Foster Street. By the way, you park for free. Go just west in the Measurement Incorporated parking lot. So, and also the South Durham Farmers Market. That's at Hub RTP 500 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. And I don't think they'll ever run out of parking there. There's lots of parking. So anyway, both have these wooden tokens that they'll give you. So definitely stop by the table first, the manager's table, so you can get these wooden tokens. They're not good with all of the vendors, but many of the vendors. And then you can treat your family to good, fresh, locally grown food and prepared food. All righty. Oh, and don't forget the Durham Craft Market. They share Durham Central Park with the Durham Farmers Market. They're just north of the Farmers Market. You can't miss them. Can't miss them. All righty, let's see what else is happening. Now, Jules Outreach, they host Jules Feeding Friends. That's a food grocery giveaway that already started. They're giving away food right now at Monroe Christian Church, 1701 Sherman Avenue. And I think they're giving away food until 11, so you have almost an hour to hop over there and get some groceries if you're struggling. Now, the PAC meetings are going on right now. They just started, and they don't mind if you tiptoe in late. I mean, people come in late all the time, no big deal. But basically, the PAC meetings, Partners Against Crime, it's a great way to find out what's going on in your neighborhood. And also, you get to meet local police, police from your district, by the way. And also, sometimes, what do you call them? Durham County deputies are there, sometimes, depending on the park. And then depending on the meeting, sometimes you get to meet people who are running city and county programs. You get to hear what's going on with them. Sometimes you hear from local nonprofits and, of course, staff from Durham Parks and Recreation. Very often they stop by and they invite people to come back and enjoy the amenities of DPR. Now, the District 3 PAC, they're meeting right now at the Lion Park Recreation Center, 1309 Halley Street. They have their own parking lot across the street. Then you can also park on the street itself, on Halley Street, and then Cornell, which is the street approaching the park. Okay, now District 3 is more or less, I would say, like the west side of Durham. Now, Districts 4 and 5 PAC, they meet together at the IR Homes Senior, also known as Campus Hills Recreation Center. And that's 2000 South Austin Avenue. And they just started as well. And like I said, it's okay to tiptoe in late. Now, District 4, I would say, is like the south side of Durham, and District 5 is downtown Durham. And since COVID, they've been meeting together. And I don't know if they'll ever uh, break up the meetings or not. I don't know. They might always be together. But just to let you know, Districts 4 and 5 meet together. And if you can, oh, you know what? Here's the thing. So suppose you're mulling over the fact, well, I don't want to be late, but then I don't want to miss half the meeting. I forgot. You can attend via Zoom. The link is right there on the Let's Go page. So they have this thing, I think this device, I think it's called an owl device. They have it sitting on the table so you can see and hear as if you were at the meeting. And if you have a question, you can let them know you have a question, and then you can be a part of the meeting. Almost forgot to tell you about that. Yeah. I just noticed, William, you added a bull to Bull City. I love that cute little bull. I just noticed that. That is so cute. Okay, let me continue. Okay, now another meeting that already just started is the Bragtown Community Association. Their monthly community meeting is going on until noon at Bragtown Baptist Church, 3218 North Roxborough Street, in the fellowship room. Now you enter, you go into the parking lot and you can enter through that back door and hop on the elevator. I think the fellowship room, I think it's on the third floor, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, they'll guide you just in case you're going for the first time. Okay. Now, the Pauli Murray Center for History and Social Justice, which is at 906 Carroll Street, they have open Saturday, just started, and goes until 2 o'clock, where you can take self tours, learn about this historic activist, civil rights activist, Episcopal priest, attorney, writer. Tours start at the top of the hour and at the half hour. So they do have tickets. You have to buy a ticket, and they range from $2 to $10. All depends on your budget and how much you can spend. And you can click on the link that's right there on the Let's Go page to buy your ticket. Now, I had a question from, let me just, if you don't mind, let me go to my phone. Oh, there he is. I was just going to text. Okay, so we're going to have a guest today. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because he is here and looks like he's ready to go. So right after I do the weather, I'll bring you on. So stay tuned, folks. This is going to be really fun. Okay, so so that's the Pauli Murray Center. Now, if you're struggling, don't be embarrassed because these different churches, masjids, and community groups, nonprofits are out here doing the good work. If you need groceries, don't be ashamed to stop by White Rock Baptist Church, 3400 Fayetteville Street. They give away food every month on the second Saturday. So from 11 until 1, just drive right into the parking lot and you'll see the line. Just get right in line. And like I said, don't be embarrassed because, like I said, they're doing the work and I get food sometimes. Let's just be honest. So don't be ashamed. Now, also, if you live on the north end of town, One Love Christian Church, they're doing the exact same thing at 1315 Horton Road. They have a food distribution as well from 11 until 1. So just hop in your car and get some groceries, take care of your family. Okay, now if you have little ones and they're bouncing off the walls already, take them to Wheels Durham, where they're going to have Kids Bop Skate from 11 until 1:30. Admission is 13, and then if you don't own skates already, you can rent skates, 6 or 7 if you're a fancy rollerblader. And now, if for non-skaters, like suppose you're um, tasked with taking your little cousins or siblings, but you don't plan to skate and you're age 18 plus, or you're, of course, a parent and want to watch your kids, you do have to pay $4. Hope you don't mind. And like I said, admission for skaters is 13. That again is from 11 until 1:30, and Wheels Durham is at 715 North Hoover Road. Now, if your kid likes math, or maybe you want to help your kid understand that math is something that's normal and not a scary subject, they're having something called Let's Get Mathical. Story time with Dilip Barman from the Mathematics Institute of the Triangle. I didn't even know we had a Mathematics Institute of the Triangle. That is awesome. I have to check them out. So this is for young folks ages 6 to 10. So they're going to have math games, numbers games, and you can get to find out that math can be fun. I didn't find out that math was fun until college, but sometimes it happens like that. Find out at a younger age that math really is fun. And when you know math, then you can help your parents when they go shopping, if you know what I'm saying. So you can click to register. This is a free event at the South Regional Library, 4505 South Alston Avenue. The Community Health Coalition, they're having their food giveaway at Kyle's Temple AME Zion Church, 409 Dunstan Avenue. That's right off of Fayetteville Street. That's going to be today from noon until 2. And they ask, just in case, bring a strong bag just in case they run out. Oh, and let me just tell you, just from personal experience, they don't have great signage. I'm not trying to be critical, but some people, I see them, they're curious. They don't know which door to go through. So the front of the church, of course, you don't go upstairs to the sanctuary. Go to that first side door and just open it. If you knock on it, they're not going to hear you. It's a big, heavy door, and you're not being rude. Just walk right on in, and they'll welcome you and give you some free food. All righty, let's see. Oh, Boxyard RTP, 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. They're going to have a live group there, Simple Joy. They're going to be singing and performing original Americana tunes. And Americana is like, it's like American, it's like uniquely American music. It's like a mix of pop and blues and maybe a touch of jazz and more folk than anything else. But that's going to be today from noon until 2, totally free. You sit outside, it's an outdoor venue. They do have propane heaters. If you get a little cool out there, you can drag one of those heaters over to your table. Also, you will be surrounded by restaurants, so you might want to have $1 or 2 with you, if you know what I'm saying, especially if you have a kid with you, because somehow when kids smell food, I don't know, it triggers something. So have your credit card or your money with you so you can get a little something to eat. And by the way, they have 2 tables there that have fire pits, so you might want to try to grab one of those tables. Let's see. Now, if you're looking to get your next pet, the Independent Animal Rescue, they're having their next meet and greet at Unleashed of Durham, 4215 University Drive. That's in Parkway Plaza. So from noon until 3, you can meet kittens and cats that are ready to be adopted. So you might want to do that. Now, I have a link. You can click on the link and you can get a sneak peek at the available pets. I think they have dogs too, but maybe for the meet and greet, they're just bringing out the cats. I guess they don't want the animals to fight, but they do. You can get a dog also from Independent Animal Rescue. We always got rescue dogs when I was growing up, so yeah. Let's see. The Moondog Meadery and Bottle Shop at 1104 Broad Street. They're hosting the Saturday Comedy Improv Jam Meetup. That's quite the name there. So you can join the local improv group on stage and try your hand at doing comedy, or you can just sit and watch the fun. Free admission, again, 1104 Broad Street from 1 until 3. Dick's House of Sport, which is a new store. In fact, they're over there where I think they're taking over the old Sears spot, I think. Anyway, 6930 Fayetteville Road in the streets at South Point Mall. They're having a fitness expo today from 1 until 4, where athletes and fitness enthusiasts, you can get some information from local fitness organizations. And of course, they want you to see all the great stuff they have. It's free admission, of course. It's a retail store, and it's at the streets at South Point in that spot that I think used to be Sears. Now, here's a big important event that I hope my guests can attend. The W.D. Hill Recreation Center, which is at 1308 Fayetteville Street, they're hosting the MLK Remembering the Legacy Through the Arts. It's a Dr. King celebration. That's going to be today from 2 until 5. I'll be there taking pictures. So they're going to have an artist showcase, arts and crafts activities for the kids and adults. They're going to have music, live entertainment. You can shop with the crafts vendors, and they're going to have nonprofits there. So they're going to have an open mic, no pressure, but yeah. So if you're a storyteller, singer, musician, whatever, yeah, 2 until 5. Dr. King celebration at W.D. Hill. And I think they might, hopefully, like last year, I think they might have some free health screenings too. Free admission, and again, that is from 2 until 5. Now, if you get there kind of late and all the spots are taken in the parking lot, you can park over there at Lincoln Community Health Center. That's kind of like across the street. Okay, Wheels Durham at 715 Hoover Road. They're having the Saturday public skate. That's for everybody. And that will be from 2 until 4:30. Admission is 13. Of course, you can rent skates. And then another session will be held from 5 until 7:30, where admission is 14. And the hours again are 5 until 7:30. So basically, you can skate from 2 pretty much through 7:30. You probably have to pay twice though, because there's an hour break. So no, half-hour break. It's all up to you and how much you want to skate. Les Trois Chats, which means the three cats, which is Josh Brinkman on clarinet and sax, Jody Miller on violin, Robert Striegler on guitar and vocals. They'll be playing hot club jazz at Succotash Southern and Creole Kitchen, 3219 Old Chapel Hill Road. That's going to be tonight at 7. No cover charge, but of course it's a restaurant, so they want you to order some food and enjoy some great music, and you can jump up to dance as well. Singer-songwriters Mike Davis, John Gillespie, The Raven, and The Remedy will all be giving a free concert at the Sacred Grounds Coffee House, the Christian music venue, which is at 2700 North Roxborough Street at St. Paul United Methodist Church. That's going to be tonight at 7:30. Donations will be graciously accepted, but it is a free concert. So you might want to check that out at, again, 2700 North Roxborough Street. Now, if you like some jazz, Elijah Freeman on sax, Ron Brendel on bass, Ariel Mejia on trumpet, Al Sergio on drums. They'll be presenting Crisis, the music of Ornette Coleman. That's going to be at 7. I'm smiling because I love Ornette Coleman. But anyway, it's going to be at 7:30 at the Sharp 9 Gallery Jazz Club. And I hope they play my song, Peace, Peace. That was my song. Anyway, 4608L Industry Lane off of Fayetteville Road at MLK Parkway. So tickets are $30, $15 for students. So you can click and get your ticket in advance. Wheels Durham isn't done yet, because later tonight they're going to have hip hop Saturday night skate from 8 until 10:30, where you pay $14 to get in. And I guess they'll be playing hip hop and more, I guess mature music for adults. So you have to be 18 plus. If you are not, they're going to ask you to pay $30. That's what it says here. Kids have to pay $30, which means no kids. Okay, that's what they're trying to say nicely. They do have a clear bag policy. They do not want people bringing in anything that's inappropriate or weird. So just know that. Now, tomorrow, Sunday morning meditation at the Shambhala Center of Durham, 733 Rutherford Street, which is right sort of like around the block from 9th Street, from 9 until noon. You don't have to be there all 3 hours. It's a drop in situation. And in fact, you don't even have to go. You can attend via Zoom, but you can learn how to meditate if you don't know how. They're going to have sitting meditation, walking meditation, which is new to me. But anyway, learn how to calm your mind. That might be something that can come in really handy these days. Now, tomorrow is Durham Community Day at the Museum of Life and Science. Now, they do have, in my opinion, high admission fee. I'm not being critical. I'm just saying. If you don't have a lot of money, it sounds like it's high. So it sounds like it's high to me. So I do like to let people know that they do have once a month Durham Community Day where you can go in for free with all the kids. That's why I think it's high, because you do have to pay for each person. So anyway, so bring the kiddies. That's going to be tomorrow from 10 until 5, and let them just have fun at the Museum of Life and Science. They have lots of buttons to push, lots of things to see and experience. They have this beautiful long deck that you can walk along and enjoy nature. They have animals to look at. Sometimes they let you feed the animals. They have a beautiful butterfly garden, this building with nothing but butterflies. It's really beautiful. It's a great experience. And if you haven't gone because of the price, or maybe didn't know it existed, now you know. The address is 433 West Murray Avenue. And like I said, take everybody you know, because it's Durham Community Day from 10 until 5. Now, Wheels Durham's not done with you yet, because they're open on Sundays too. So they're going to have Sunday public skate from 12:30 until 3. Admission is $13, and you can rent if you don't already have. Another session will be from 3:30 until 6. Again, admission is $13. Last but not least, the Triangle Dance Studio. They have Sunday salsa social at the Triangle Meeting Space, 2603 South Miami Boulevard, from 6:30 until 9:30. So you can dance salsa, bachata, cha-cha, kizomba, merengue, and cumbia. Now, if you don't know all those dances, and I certainly don't, you can learn at 6:30, and then they'll let you loose and let you dance the night away. Admission is $9. 7 for active military and students with current ID, and free if you're 16 and younger. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Let's do the weather, and then we'll be bringing on our special guest. So let me grab my phone real quick, and let's do the weather. Let's see. Whoa, why is it Ireland? Wait a minute. Whoa, where's Durham? Wait a minute. What in the world? My phone is acting up. There it is. 64 beautiful degrees right now. It says that it's cloudy, although the sun is trying to fight its way through. But for the most part, they're saying that it's going to be cloudy all day. 75% chance of rain. Let's see when it's going to. Oh, we might really be getting some rain today. Okay. It looks like it starts at 7 o'clock with a 35% chance of rain, all the way through 1 in the morning. So it doesn't go higher than 45% chance of rain, but it's going to rain somewhere in Durham. So just to let you know, if you are going to be out and about tonight, you might want to have your raincoat and or your umbrella. The high today will be 72, which is fantastic considering that it's winter. Now, tomorrow, there's a 60% chance of rain, and the high will be 64, which is what it is right now. And I think that's great. Now, looking ahead to next week, it looks like 40s and 50s. No complaints from me. I'm from Chicago. I think that's fantastic. Let's look to see what it is in Chicago. It's 34 in Chicago, and it's snowing and sleeting. Let's go back to Durham. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it says we're going to have wind gusts, just so you know, up to 25 miles per hour. So it's going to be kind of windy for us. So there you go. A high of 72. Can't beat it unless you're in Brazil or something. Okay, let's see if our special guest is ready. I think, yes, he is ready. Okay, so click on dynamic scene, add guest to scene, and transition. Yes, there we are. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Are you muted? I think you're muted. Uh oh. No, I can't hear. I can read your lips, but I can't. Oh, where's your sound? Oh, no. Are you on a computer or your phone? I see a guitar behind you. Oh, my goodness. You got to hear your sound. I can't hear anything. Oh, no. What you might want to do is maybe restart your computer and come back. I'll wait. I can always wait. I can always give the weather in other cities while we wait for you to reboot or whatever. Because I'm not hearing anything. So folks in the audience, like William, if you're still with us,
Can you
welcome.
can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome,
Figured it out.
welcome. Yes. How are you?
Thank you
Tell
for
us.
having me.
Yes, tell us who you are.
Well, my name is James Johnson. I'm a songwriter, producer, um, uh, and I don't know how much you want to know about me.
Well, I think some
um,
people might recognize your face from somewhere else. So you were with
mm,
the Boys and Girls Club, right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah,
Well,
years ago.
yes, I was the executive director for the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club in Durham um, for several years. Um, I'm an implant from New York City, a retired NYPD officer. I was a youth
Wow.
officer. I have a lifelong passion for helping people, and that's what brings me here today.
Okay.
And currently, um, I'm happily married for over 30 years with my beautiful wife,
Congratulations,
Denise.
30. Sweet.
Oh, over 30 years, and it's just happily healthy relationship, and it's growing every day. So,
Wonderful.
and that's some of the things that I want to help people with. So,
Oh,
um,
wait, while you're mentioning that, so when I was setting up this show, I set it up on Facebook, and I saw an old post from January 1st that I had missed, where Sue Jarman and Mac Jarman, I don't know if people in the White Rock community and those who know uh, the old Ideas Coffee House know who they are. They're celebrating, I couldn't believe this, 81 years of marriage. I was, oh my goodness, 81. Oh my, wow. So congratulations to them. I just need to say that because my mouth was like, what? Wow. But back to you. I just had to say that.
oh no, no, that's fine. I retired. My wife and I actually we were dating, girlfriend, boyfriend, back in the '90s when the gang explosion happened, the Bloods and Crips, and I'm sure you're aware
Ooh,
of gangs and stuff coming from Chicago, but it
yeah,
was it really hit New York in like
yeah.
'93. But we started a youth program, brought our gang violence down 62%. So
Mm,
we've been
okay.
working together to help people for over 30 years, so
Wow.
that was in the '90s, and we're still helping people. We do
Yeah.
presentations. We do parent empowerment courses, for parents, and we just want to help people to reach their full potential, but
Mm,
not only in their personal or individual lives, but also
mm,
in relationships.
okay. Do you know about 50 and you?
Oh yes, the council. Yes, BJ.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Well,
worked together. We worked together for years. Actually, we just her and I was just at a resource fair at
okay.
Johnson Correctional Facility. So we actually visit people that are incarcerated.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, the bottom line is yes. I
I have to
know
see what
counsel.
she's up to. I know she's not really in Durham, but she has these great programs where she always says when there's a if a police stop or whatever, when encountering the police, she says take care of it in court. She says do what you got to do.
Yeah.
The thing is to get home safe. Don't argue with the police. If they're doing something wrong, or whatever, don't escalate. Just get home safe. That's all the cop wants to do too.
Yeah.
Just get home safely, and if there's a problem, take it to the courts.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean, well, that makes it sound like just let them do whatever they want to do. But
Yeah.
this is act within reason
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
know that you would always take care of it in court.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's unfortunate we have officers out there like that. And I have to say, it's unfortunate. I have to say, I was a great cop. Not unfortunate that I have to say, but unfortunate that I have to make that distinction because there's so
Hmm.
many bad things happening
Hmm.
with cops out there. But I was in community affairs. I was a community facing cop
Okay.
who loved the community and proud of the work that I've been able to do. And it still rings and it's affected lives all over. We're still seeing the benefits of that relationship. So I love people. I love community. I love
Nothing
what
like a good cop, good police officer for real. Because even back in Chicago, I was living in a neighborhood that had a lot of
I.
crime, a low income neighborhood, and I realized that some of the police officers are working with uh, the 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 bad influencers, if you know what I'm saying. And I learned that when dealing with crimes and whatnot, find out who the good police officers are, and actually you can get to the point, and I've noticed it here in Durham too. Um, they will give you their number, their cell number, and they will call you directly. Like they would call me because I would call in where they were hiding the drugs on my block,
Yeah.
and they'd come through and pick up the drugs or whatever, and they would call me and they say, Miss Murray, we picked up these guys over at, and they give the address because there was a couple of drug houses on my block,
Mhm.
and they would, you can, once you can trust, and usually very often it's the ones that are at the community meetings,
Mhm.
because I think that's probably voluntary. I don't think they force police officers to go to the PAC meetings.
Yeah, there's a mandate. If you're a community facing officer, there you're mandated to interact with the community. So yeah, that is a mandate. But it it doesn't feel forced if that's what you love to do.
Yeah, yeah, and you can kind of tell
Hmm.
who's a good guy and who's not.
Yeah.
Just deal with the good ones.
Yeah, and I'm still serving people today. I'm the Wake County local reentry program manager. So I help people with criminal backgrounds get into help great jobs and
Ooh,
get back with their families. And I'm enjoying that.
okay. And we have a couple of organizations here in Durham County that are doing that work. So I thank you for doing that because a lot of us are saying, we'll throw away. What do they say? Throw them under the jail. And all. The
Mm,
thing is, if you're living in certain areas, you know that most people get out of prison and they're probably going to be coming home to your area, depending on where you live. If you're living in a low income area, very often you know they're coming back home. You know, and so you want them to be living healthy, good, quality lives because you don't want them. You don't want to be their next victim,
mm,
and you don't want them to get desperate enough to have to commit a crime in order to eat. You know, or feed. Very often they go back to their families.
mm.
They know they have to take care of business, and you do
Actually,
want them to
that's
live
what
healthy.
we're working on now. We want to increase our family reunification
Mhm.
model, helping people who with backgrounds connect with their families so they can be more sustainable. So I know this the podcast is not about this, but
No,
the
this is community news.
okay, okay. If anyone know anyone, a family member or friend who's being released, but they're being released to Wake County, go to wakelrc.org and fill out a referral, and then a case manager will call them and then find out what they need. Things like housing, um, employment certifications. We
Mhm.
provide CDL training and certification, HVAC,
CDL, is that?
CDL, commercial driver's license.
Oh, yeah, like truck driving. Yeah, I got
Yes,
you.
yes.
Yeah.
We have 7 people driving buses for the city of Raleigh. So
Really? Okay.
yes, and we work closely with Durham, with the Durham LRC. Durham has its own LRC.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, and if no matter where you are in North Carolina, if you have someone who has a record or who is being released,
Mhm.
they can reach out to me and I can give them information to their local reentry council. Because reentry
Nice.
council's mandate is to help people become established once they've been released or have a criminal background.
Because you want, I mean, ideally, in an ideal world, you want people to have a second chance and to be successful.
You know, I don't believe in second chances. I believe in more chances because it
Oh,
takes more than two. You
oh
know,
yeah. Okay, I got you. I got
I
you.
know you're highlight. No, we all, and I am convinced that if we all had a spotlight following us, there would be no one free. you
Mm,
know so there is hope, and this is a great day for check second chances because now there's funding.
mhm.
Years ago, and for years it's been care and custody,
Yeah.
just watching, but now there's so much money behind rehabilitation, and
Mhm.
and that's what we're here for, to not only help them when they return, but help them thrive and
Okay.
become tax-paying citizens and great family members.
Okay. Do they still have parole officers?
Oh yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just don't hear about them. Okay. I just need to know because I actually had a cousin who he was living in Queens. He was a parole
Mhm,
officer in New York
mhm.
for years,
Oh
and
yeah,
I just, I mean, since his death, I just really don't hear about parole officers. I didn't know if they changed the system or not, but they still have them
they have
apparently.
parole officers. They have residential reentry centers. These are places that you can be technically incarcerated, but you're living in a house with other people, and you can go and come to work or
Mhm.
school, and but you technically have to serve out your time. So they have that. They have transitional housing.
Oh,
Yes,
it's nice. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, we're going to make a little transition because I know everybody's wondering why is that guitar behind him. Well, let's let's move over to the musical realm. So, explain what's going on with you and music.
Well, I am excited to say that. Well, let me tell you a little bit about that background. I've been since about 12 years old. I've been playing the bass guitar. I started
Okay.
playing for different churches and
Mm.
community events, and I just and also I joined the church. I've been a believer
Mm.
since 6 years old. Even though you fall down, you get up.
Right.
It's been a journey.
Absolutely.
Um, so but I've been producing. I've been working with some people. Well, Will Downing, Greg Williams from Switch, different things. So I've been in the R&B realm, and I also been in the Christian realm.
Okay.
Um, and I said, you know what? Why don't I create something um, that believers can listen to? Um, I want to produce something to serve people uh, who love God and still want love songs. Because
Gotcha.
nowadays, when you want to listen to a love song and you're a believer, there's vulgar language.
Yeah, and it's not
It-
really love that they're talking
It's
about.
not love; it's more lust songs.
Yeah.
And there's no lessons in these songs.
Okay.
So my wife and I, again, we've been together for over 35 years, married 30 years, over 30 years. And when I grew up, I saw my loving father and mother, and I knew at 6 years old, that's what I want.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, he passed when I was 7, so I didn't see how to make that happen.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
most of my life was just failed relationships because I didn't know how to walk through
Yeah.
situations until I met my wife Denise.
Mhm.
She had a loving mother and father, healthy relationship, so I had to learn. So
Mhm.
it took years to learn what I learned to build together with her
Mhm.
this healthy, joyful relationship. And I want to teach people what
Mhm.
I've learned so they can have a healthy relationship. So I said, you know what?
Love that.
Why don't I write music that can teach this? So I wanted to make songs that weren't too churchy, but that was
Mhm.
teaching.
Okay.
So I created something called, well, my wife and I, because she's inspired it,
Okay.
the Love and Faith Project. These are songs um, that are they're R&B based. They sound great,
Mhm.
And this is
Mhm.
not what I'm saying. This is what people are saying. So it sounds great, like what you're hearing on the radio, but it
Yeah.
has Christ-centered lessons on it. It's
Okay.
showing um, the respect that's supposed to go on both sides. It's showing how to have a healthy relationship, what it looks like, what it acts like, without and with respect, not calling people B's and H's and all these other
Yeah.
things. So we kind of lost our way. And those who really want that type of relationship, I want to create a niche, well, fill that niche
Mhm.
where we can kind of do that, kind of teach through music while they're enjoying the experience.
I love that. Now, so there's Christian soul
Hmm.
music, R&B, and
Hmm.
then there's R&B, I guess, what do you call it, commercial R&B? So you're making commercial R&B for Christians.
Well,
I mean, the
I'll call
message,
it,
yeah, go
well,
ahead.
I'll call it, and I don't want to be too, I don't want to be too religious because there's, uh, can I tell you a quick story?
Sure.
I was dropping a car off at the dealership. I mean, not the dealership, at the garage, and the receptionist. I told the receptionist that I produced music, and I gave her a link to my Spotify.
Hmm.
Then I went back to the shop. She
Hmm.
said, "Oh, I love the music," and she was listening to, because I did a gospel album too.
Hmm.
She said she listened to the song. She said, "I'm not religious." He said, "Me and my boyfriend love that, and we learned so much. And we don't go to church or
Oh.
anything, but
Hmm.
now we're thinking about it. We just listen." I
Oh.
said, "That's what I want to do. I want to bridge that gap."
Ah,
There's there's some people who won't go to church, but some people will listen to good music.
sure,
And I'm
absolutely.
not trying to get them in church. I'm trying to kind of help them to have a relationship without the guilt of listening
Mhm.
to songs that may be crude.
Right. I
And,
like
and
that. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm thinking about, you have so many weddings. What songs you can play for weddings. Because people,
Most of them are going to be oldies.
huh? Yeah,
Most of them are
they,
going
they
to
have
be
to go
old.
to oldies
Yeah,
because
to go
of
back.
the today's music. But why not have today's style music
Right.
with lessons that we can learn to build
Mhm.
that healthy relationship with?
Okay, I love that.
Anniversaries, weddings,
Mhm.
gatherings. So
Mhm.
so I want to bridge that gap.
I love that so much. So you said your Spotify. How can we find your music then? Where do we go?
Well, first, if you don't mind me plugging,
Sure. Let me get my pen ready. Okay.
well, I'm going to put it in the chat. Well, I
Oh,
don't know,
good.
but people
Okay.
can't see the chat, can they?
Yeah. Actually, put it in the on the Facebook page. Maybe after we're done.
Oh yeah, I'll put it on Facebook
Yeah.
page. We're
Yeah.
having now. This is my first. I call it Love and Faith Project,
Okay.
where we're gonna listen to. So we're having a listening party. So we're gonna I'll give you a chance, give everyone a chance to hear these songs up front. I want your opinions. I want to really help. So I want to find out what topics you want me to cover and what songs you want me to write. So I want to
Mhm.
be interactive. I don't want to just put stuff out there. I want to get feedback. So
Okay.
you. And so we're having a listening party on January the 25th. It's a Sunday evening at 7 p.m. And it's a Zoom listening party where it's gonna be interactive. There's gonna be prizes. I'm still working that out, but
Okay.
we really want to help people. So this can actually be a mentoring tool, and meeting people where they are and taking them to where they want to go.
Okay. Cool. So to get this Zoom link, you will have it in the comments, but also just so I, since I'm taking notes, where would you want, like if we were seeing each other face to face, what would you say real quick where to go to get the Zoom link?
You can go to um, you mean face to face?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if we just met on the street and you said, "Oh, I want you to come to my listening party, check out my website or my Spotify." So where would we go?
Oh, well, well, I'm doing it completely on Zoom,
Oh,
and
okay,
yes, it's completely on Zoom because
okay. So you don't have a website or
I don't have a website for that.
oh, okay,
I have a Facebook page, I have a YouTube,
okay,
and I have a QR code that goes directly to the listening party.
okay. So is it your name? Is it like James Johnson YouTube channel?
Oh no, I can put that. I can put that on the website
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
because I want people to make sure they can find you.
yes, I'll put it all on the
Yeah.
website. I'll put my
Okay,
Spotify link, where you can follow me on Spotify. My Facebook, I have a Facebook, and also my I have a TikTok as well.
excellent. Feel free to put that on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page
Hmm.
so we can all find you. This is exciting, though. So you put out a record before.
Oh yes, yes, yes. I've been putting out records for a while. You know, they don't call them records anymore, but I'm
Well,
showing.
I just showed my age. I just turned
Well,
70.
I call
Because
it that too, so I'm not hating. Um,
I
yeah,
think
but
I think I think the kids still know what we're talking about.
yeah. So
But let me
yeah,
ask
so
you this though, because you're from New York
yes.
and I'm from Chicago.
Hmm.
When I moved here, of course I grew up listening to R&B and jazz and all that.
Hmm.
I was hired by a senior organization. I can't think of the name right now, but it was they deal with senior issues in the African American community.
Hmm.
And the lady that hired me to DJ said, "We want Southern soul." And
Hmm.
I said, "Cool." I just figured they meant soul music from down south. I didn't know it's a whole genre. Have you heard of I never heard of Southern soul before. It's back
Yeah.
home. What's called Southern soul down here in Chicago is called blues, but it's basically old school R&B. It sounds very bluesy, and very often, the reason I'm asking you this is because they do have sometimes what's considered traditional or old-fashioned themes. Like one of my favorite songs is I forget the name of the song, but she's talking about a southern Christian man,
Mm.
and how they're not afraid to work and they this and that and they just good whatever. It's a cool song, and that kind of sentiment
Mm.
is pretty prevalent in Southern soul. And like I said, I never heard this phrase Southern soul. I had to look it up. I mean, a lot of us that listen to old school R&B and line dance music know about Chaka. He's one of the artists.
Hmm.
uh, King, what's his name, King George.
Kingfish, yeah, yeah. King George, yeah.
Yeah, and I forget some of these other names, but they're in our regular R&B, but they also have their own genre. And I think your music will probably fit right in with Southern soul.
Well, actually, a little bit more modern than Southern Soul, but still have the elements
Mm,
because it's
okay.
Southern Soul use some of the blues and jazz riffs and things like that,
Yeah,
but it's a maturity in the music,
yeah,
especially in
definitely
the
mature.
lyrics,
And
and
some
that's
of
what
them
we
have
have.
and I noticed some of them have like a Creole kind of thing going.
Yeah,
For those who
yeah.
are like from New Orleans, I mean Louisiana or whatever. So,
Eh,
so your music, so it's not quite Southern soul, but it's kind of like
No, no, no.
it would be appreciated by the Southern soul audience.
Well, that's a great thing. I wrote music that would be appreciated by a large group of people, by multiple generations. You
Okay.
know, it's with this teaching style, so it's right in the middle. So,
Mm.
and I've tested it. I've listened. I had let different people listen, and it goes across all generations. Well, most generations.
Okay.
Uh,
What will the young folks say?
yes, they love it. They love it. And the great what I love about it, and if I can talk about some of the topics,
Hmm.
um, um, they have one song, "Healing You While You Heal."
Mm.
You know, sometimes you get into a relationship. A guy says, "You know what? You've been hurt. I'm going to heal you, and that's a big ask because it's not really his job.
It
So, but instead, he says, I'm going to be here while God heals you. So, and when I see that you're triggered, I'm not going to take it personal. I'm just going to take you in more personally. So
Okay.
those things, that those teaching things are in these songs.
I like that. Okay. I like that a lot. Are you going to have CDs, do you think?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna have CDs, and but I find a lot of people don't have CD. Actually, I've created some, and it's been a challenge for some people to find a CD player.
Oh
Um,
my goodness, really?
yeah, yeah, it's almost like an 8 track.
Do you think people okay, so I think CDs have been out. Oh shoot, my phone's ringing. Let me see if I can stop it real quick. I don't know if that's my niece or who. But anyway, what was I gonna say? About CD. Oh, so CD players have been out, I guess, since the 80s or 90s. And so you think people threw out their CDs?
Oh, no, no, I think people now older cars have CD players in it,
But the
and
young folks probably don't have them at all, huh?
yeah, the newer cars, they go to streaming now, and so you actually have to have, and even laptops start putting CD players
That
in.
is true.
Yeah,
So maybe the young folks can get to your music from Spotify, and the
that's where you
older
get the
set,
music.
like myself, will want to get the CD. It's
You
nice
get
to
it.
have the choice.
Oh yeah, you get it from Spotify, and I actually, um, I can put the link to the new release that's coming out, and I can put that on the site too because
Okay.
there's a link that connects them. So when the song comes up, when the album comes out on the 2nd of February.
Oh, it's not out yet. Okay.
Mhm.
So
So
second.
that's why we're doing a listening party.
Oh, okay. To
And I want to make an opportunity for those who join the listen party to maybe get a preview of the album. But I'm working on that now.
okay. You got all the pictures taken for the CD and the liner notes and all that sort of thing.
Yes, yes.
Nice. Nice. That's exciting. And I just wanted to say this to the young or new musical artists out there. Consider making CDs available because musicians aren't really making money with Spotify unless you're Taylor Swift or what's the other top? I don't even know if Kanye is able to make money or maybe
Yeah.
Beyonce is making. Oh, I know Beyonce is making a dollar or
Mhm.
two. But yeah, musicians for the most part, they're really getting ripped off, and they're starting to realize that they should have done what Japan and South Korea have been doing all along. They never stopped selling CDs. Musicians are making good money. In fact, American artists are starting to sell. Well, they've always sold CDs in Asia, but they're starting to realize that they need to get back to selling the CDs because sometimes the only money that they're making is from Asian CD sales.
And I know you can attest with me that you can go back to the days that you remember they were selling CDs out the trunk of the cars and things.
Yes, sir. And I'm not. I still think they should do that.
Yeah, yeah. That's how hip hop really got the boost that they have
Exactly.
today.
Mixed, and it's funny how they call CDs mixtapes now, but whatever. Whatever you want to call them, it's
Yeah,
nice to have something to sell. There are guys that I watch on YouTube that try to teach today's musicians how to connect with their audiences,
yeah.
and they're encouraging them to make CDs, and some are making limited edition vinyl.
Oh
Is
yeah,
vinyl's making a comeback somehow?
yeah,
And
yeah.
telling them that they need to get on Canva and design some T-shirts
Well,
and do.
actually, turntables now are not expensive, and they added something to the turntables. Now you can take it's like $50. You can get a turntable, but also you can take the you can convert the music directly into a electronic signal.
Okay, I have this thing on my stereo where I can make a CD from a
Yeah,
record.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
But I wonder if by now you can make an MP3 out
Oh
of
yeah.
a record. Oh yeah,
Well, no, well, MP,
yeah. Because then, how do
well,
people upload their music to
MP3,
YouTube?
it's a particular format because songs that you download, it can be MP3, which is takes up smaller space, or it can be WAV, which takes up more space but more quality.
Oh,
So yes, yeah.
oh, okay, okay. Oh, there you go. I want to congratulate you. I love your concept. First off, love music, but keeping faith in mind. I like that because a lot of people feel torn. I
Mm,
know that in the 90s, there was a big, at least in the big cities, I don't know about down south, I hadn't moved down here yet,
mm,
but I know in the 90s, there's a big movement, two big movements where they had hip hop um, gospel,
mm.
which
Yes.
was very odd, but also, let's see, what was it? It was hip hop gospel and also like, how can I put it? It's like a mix because a lot of R&B artists became Christian artists, so it wasn't quite hip hop. It was like Christian modern R&B together. There's a lot of like Philip Bailey
Hmm.
from Earth, Wind and Fire. He's put out some nice Christian music,
Hmm.
and there are artists that do both or switched
Hmm.
over. So I know that happened in the '90s, and it seemed like it kind of fizzled out. I'm not sure. There are a lot of
Yeah.
radio stations that were like totally hip hop,
Mm.
gospel, and whatnot, and also hip hop, not hip hop, but Christian rock also,
Yeah.
and that definitely faded out. I don't even think they have any stations in Chicago that cater to either genre.
Yeah.
So,
They even had Christian grunge, which I don't know, it didn't seem like it went together because that's when you scream and you know. Um,
oh,
I
that's
mean,
different.
I respect people that respect that, but I just didn't get it,
Well,
because it sounds so angry.
one thing I notice about Christian rock, because I love all, I'm a DJ and I love all kinds of music. So I would listen to Christian rock, and one big difference that I noticed between rock and R&B on the Christian side
Mhm.
was that the rock attitude was they were talking about you sinners, and I noticed the R&B side it was always us sinners or we sinners.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they were very judgmental on the rock side, and
Yeah.
I think they offended a lot of people.
And Patricia, that's what I want to do. I wrote this music for that 20-year old or that 25-year old who loves God, but wants to know what's a healthy relationship look like, because we
Mm,
have people that they're in the church, or you don't have to be in the church. It's just you
mm,
love God, but you in an abusive relationship and you think that's where you need to be.
mm,
I,
mm,
I want people to know that to be empowered and
mm,
to really love themselves. And yeah, I wrote a song, and it says, "Just because I love you, don't mean I stop loving myself. Now I
mm.
can't give you
Okay.
all of me because if you leave, I have nothing left." You know, it's
Ooh.
so.
Whoa, say that again. That was wow.
it's just because I love you doesn't mean I stop loving myself. I can't give you all of me because if you leave, I'll have nothing left.
Yes. Wow. I'm going to hear that in the song for sure.
So, so
Wow.
and I can send that to you because that's out already.
Okay.
But it's the lyrics are very thoughtful, and if you listen to it, it can kind of mentor relationships. It can kind of
Mm,
mentor you into healthy relationships,
mm,
you know. Because I have another a song on an album called "When Love Is Not Enough."
mm,
Love should never be an excuse to sacrifice all of you.
mm. I've heard people say, "I've given you my all." Say, well, don't do that. Not.
No.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Because if I give you my all and you leave, I take it personal because I think you're taking part of me with you. So I think I
Mhm.
have a right to to punish you. that's when people say, if I can't have you, nobody can have you, because that's coming from an abnormal relationship.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, we need it to all now. There's no limit to Zoom. We can all come, right? To
Yes, I want everybody to come.
okay. So that is going to be on. Let's see. That's a Sunday,
Hmm.
January 25th.
Yes.
7 p.m. on Zoom. We will be putting the information that we need in the show notes, and we're all going to come hear this. And he
Yes,
says interactive, so we can actually let you know how we feel about it.
it's going to be interactive. It's not going to be boring. And even if it's not for you personally, if you're a grandmother and you want your grandchild, if or you have a friend who you think is in a abnormal relationship or not a healthy relationship,
Mhm,
let this be a tool. This is really a
mhm,
tool. It's not just for entertainment.
mhm, mhm.
So please join us. I'll be happy to have you. And there will be prizes. Still trying to figure out what that will be, but there
I
will
wouldn't
be an
mind.
advantage.
I wouldn't mind winning a CD. I'm just saying.
I will, I will, you know what? That's what I can do. I can provide CDs. That could be the prizes, CDs. And
Yeah,
so, yes, I'll make some CDs available. Thank you for that.
yeah, because you want us to play your music, and I mean, we could always win this and that, but you're promoting your music, so let's win
Yes,
the music.
yes, I will. That's will be a prize. And I will try to get one to you. I see how I can get one to you, Patricia.
Oh, okay. My address is wait, is it on the screen? No, that's my phone number on the screen. Um it's 1910 caps 27707. But it's in the Skywriter.
Okay,
And we can
we
talk
connect
like
offline.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So this is very exciting, folks. You know what to do. You know you need to check this out. And I, even if you're not a you're using the phrase believer, the term believer, I still think it's worth checking out because I listen to Muslim pop music
Mhm.
all the time. I'm not Muslim.
Mhm.
I just like good music,
Yeah, yeah.
and I like positivity. um, I listen to all kinds of music, and some of the artists I listen to, I don't know what faith they are because they're from all these different countries. I have no idea, but
I'm so glad you
good
said that
music is
because
good music.
yes, yeah, I am so glad you said that because I forgot to say that this is not this is also for people who that maybe you're not a Christian or but you want to know you want to learn you don't have to go through what I went through these years of struggling and trying
Mm,
to figure it out.
mm,
This kind of gets to the basics and kind of help you to build a foundation of something healthy that would be beneficial for you and your partner.
exactly. And let's leave on that note. I love it.
Thank
And
you.
James, thank you for coming on the show. Oh, I need to ask you. So I know, so you have a regular job. So does that mean you can't perform live, like go on tours and whatnot? Or is that in the future that you will be going on tour and have concerts and whatnot?
Well, it's going to be. I plan to. I don't see that in the future. I plan to just um, send out music to people, and then and then see what happens there. This is something I believe God has given me. So He's given me a step by step. He haven't
Mhm.
given me
I
that
got you.
part yet. So I just want to focus on where I am and make
I
sure
got you.
we're doing good music. Thank you for asking the question.
Well, you don't, yeah, because you don't have to in order to be successful. I remember way back in the 80s, there's a group called AHA,
I
and they
know.
had Take on Me. I think it,
Take on me.
did you know they had never appeared anywhere in public, and they had a number one song, and they were young, and they hadn't done anything live yet.
Mhm.
The song came out, hit number one, and they had to learn how to present themselves to the public. They didn't even know how to do that yet,
Yeah.
and they were number one on the charts.
I remember. I remember that song. Take on me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
And
great
it's
song.
still good.
It definitely. I have a Mexican version of it, by the way.
Oh,
It's hilarious. But anyway, let me let you go. So, folks, you have a beautiful weekend. James, thank you again for being on
thank
the
you.
show. And by the way, so today is the 10th. Feel free to come on next week or the week after to revisit and re invite us.
Yes, I
Yeah,
will be happy to.
you can come. Yeah, you got 2 weeks.
Yes. And
So
actually, we intentionally wanted to do the listening party in enough time so that people can promote it and it be just right for Valentine's Day.
oh, I love that. Love your timing. Love your timing. Yeah, people are definitely going to want to win those CDs so they can so they can share them, sit by candlelight with their loved one, with
Yes.
the candles and the aromatherapy, and put their feet up and and enjoy the. Yeah, that's what my parents used to do. Put
Yeah.
their feet up, have a sip of an adult beverage, and listen to music, and that's how my parents chilled out when they
Oh,
were
we had
age.
a station in New York called the Quiet Storm.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
you remember Quiet Storm?
that's
Oh,
who said WBLS.
WBLS. Yes. It will put you in the mood, just sit back, and actually that was part of my thought process too. I remember how relaxing it was. Couldn't wait to you know um just sit back and just listen. He said close your eyes, put the rose pebbles down, put a candle on, and they would just
Yeah.
play music. How much better would that be if you can um hear music like that and not feel guilt because, or not feel um turned off because of some of the things that are put in the music. So you don't have to have
It's hard to
sabotage.
put your feet up to a lot
Yeah.
of stuff that's on the radio now, and it's like the language. And
Mhm.
sometimes some of the I really I don't want to get off on another tangent while we're trying to say goodbye. But let me just say this: when I was a kid, I was born in 1955, so that was ages ago. But when I was a kid, the parents stood up for us.
Yeah.
If something was on the radio that was inappropriate, they said we're going to protest all of your advertisers. We're going to take you off the air, and all. They made all these threats, and the radio stations would back off because they tried to push the envelope a little bit because
Mm.
it was the '60s. They're trying to be
Yeah.
whatever. But nowadays, I notice that parents are blaming the kids for listening to that mess, so to speak, as they call it, and they're asking the kids, why are you listening to? My thing is, why is it on the air? Of course, now it's on the internet. We can't do anything about it. But we still have, hip hop radio. And the parents nowadays are blaming the children, whereas our parents rightly blamed the radio stations for trying to bring that into our households. They ruled their households back in the day, and now they let just anybody in their households now.
Well, Patricia, I don't know, and I know that this will be a whole nother thing, but there's a process, and if I can say this in 30 seconds, the United States they privatized jail. They
Yeah, yeah.
promised that they were going to keep the jails at least 95% full. They created the Rockefeller laws. Crack came into our neighborhood. We didn't put it into our neighborhood. They filled the jails with us, African Americans.
Mm.
The same people who own the jails own the record industry, Universal.
Oh,
So they were getting it both ways. So that's why they kept this music out that's have us killing each other because it was filling the jails.
I
And
had no idea there was that connection. I
yes,
just
yes,
thought that was just.
there's a connection. And that's why you see that it's dying out now. And not, I don't want to get into all that, but with
You
the
understand?
Diddy thing, with all the people who are connected to that now,
Yeah.
and you see, if you haven't noticed, not that you listen to that, but there's been a decrease in that type of music since,
Good,
since the arrest.
good. That's good. I highly approve because when I DJ for children, um, of course, I never play anything with language. I don't even play music with negative connotations because I
Mm,
think it's not just the cussing that's bad; it's just the negative, vibe,
yeah.
which can adversely affect your spirit.
Mm,
And I don't play negative. Now, somebody might ask, now if it's an adult party and they want to hear Poison
mhm.
or something that I think is negative, I'll play it. But no, I don't play negative stuff for kids because I don't think I need to introduce negative influences, even though they can hear it when they get home. But
Mhm.
I don't want to be doing it. And kid, I've noticed now I can play wholesome music for kids.
Mhm.
And they might complain at first because they might want to hear this and that. And I tell them, no, I don't play music with cussing and stuff. And I can play wholesome music, and then they will enjoy the music anyway because kids will enjoy whatever they're given. It's not required to play nasty music for children. They got it backwards.
Yeah.
They think kids like stuff because it's nasty and whatnot. No, kids will like whatever you give them. Kids are kids. They don't rule the airways. They don't make the music.
Mhm.
And when I say kids, I mean I'm talking about people uh, 15 and under.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So they enjoy the wholesome stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, they're still pure and innocent.
Well, that's
But we're corrupting them. It's not their fault.
well, that's what it was, and it's intentional because we talk about what we think, but we invest in what we believe. So then, when you hear something over and over again, it's kind of putting things in a certain perspective or drawing a narrative, but
Mm,
it gets into your mind. But then, um, as you listen to it over and over again, it gets into your heart. Where you're not thinking about it, but now you're feeling about it. So now you're reacting on something that's been planted. So that's why the Bible says the out of your mouth, the treasures of your heart speak, treasures that are in your heart. And that's why people have to, and your heart is your subconscious. That's why you have to be put in hypnosis to see what's in you because you can't, because you don't, because it's been planted. So
wow.
that's why I think, and that's why I'm excited about this project because um, while someone's sitting down and you can and just listening, not in just enjoying the music, but enjoying the words and learning from the words. And the more you
Mhm,
listen to it, the more it gets into your heart,
mhm,
um, which can change or affect the way you respect your partner.
mhm,
Uh,
mhm,
and what does love look like? What does it act like? So
mhm.
that's what we want to help people to understand and realize.
I'm digging that. So on the 25th, I will be there, and
Awesome.
everybody watching this show, hope you get to attend on the 25th at 7 o'clock on Zoom. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. And
Thank
James, thank you again for coming on the show. Feel free to come on again.
you.
You can talk about whatever you want. I know we talked about the police before, and I thought that was very helpful too.
Well,
What,
you know what?
what we
Shameless plug. My wife is awesome. My wife is awesome and parent. She's helped many parents. We've helped different organizations and even mentorship. We developed mentorship programs. And that may be next. Once we fill this gap, we
Mhm.
do a series of songs to help with parents and things like that. But the sky's the limit. So wherever God wants
You
me
know
to go,
what?
I'll go.
You're absolutely right because on Reddit, you will see so many people who will say, I wasn't trained how to clean or
Mhm,
cook, or I was a foster kid or
mhm,
I was a neglected kid. And I honestly don't know, how do you clean a stove, and how do I, what do I do first when I want to clean my room? And they'll say, I was just never taught. And we had a dirty home or whatever, or they were neglected. There's a lot of people out there, and people are very nice to say, "Oh, don't worry about it. I got you." And then they'll list,
yeah.
things that they should do. There's a lot of people out there looking for guidance.
Yeah, yeah. And how, if you're in a relationship, how much of yourself should you give? What are
Mm,
your non-negotiables?
exactly.
Um, anyway, that we get a whole nother thing.
I'll see you on the. Well, we'll talk before the 25th, but
Yeah.
definitely see you on the 25th. Thank you again, James. That
Thank
was
you.
so super awesome
And
for you to
people
come
don't
on.
know we worked together years and years ago, and I've always enjoyed your spirit. Thank you so much for
Well,
what
thank
you
you
do.
so much. I'm going to continue doing this as long as I can because it's positive and I love doing it.
Yeah, yeah,
And with that, you have a beautiful day, Jason. I'll talk to you real soon. Thanks for
yes.
coming on the
Thank you.
show. Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
That was awesome. So I can't wait to hear his song. I think he played a little snippet over the phone yesterday. I couldn't hear it real clear, but I can't wait to really get a hold of his music and check it out. So that's James Johnson. And we're definitely going to be checking him out on Zoom on Sunday. the 25th. So, yeah. Anyway, let me let you go. It is 11:15, so you go ahead and have a beautiful day. The high today, let me see what it is right now. Wait a minute. So, it's 66 now, and it's going up to 72. How about that? So, I'm going over to WD Hill for the Dr. King celebration from 2 until 5. And if you're going to be there, I hope to see you there. So, with that, have a beautiful weekend. Let me line up my outro. There we go. So you have a beautiful, see the sun's coming out now. I knew it was going to come out. There you go. So have a beautiful weekend. Ciao for now.